Shortly after Army Sergeant Bo Bergdahl left his post in Afghanistan in 2009, he says the gravity of what he had done shocked him.
20 minutes out, I'm going, good grief, I'm in over my head. Suddenly, it really starts to sink in that I really did something bad. Well, not bad, but I really did something serious.
For the first time since the Obama administration controversially and possibly illegally traded the Taliban 5 of their prisoners in exchange for Bergdahl, a dramatic release captured on tape by Taliban forces, the controversial figure explained why he left with filmmaker Mark Boal and the podcast Serial. Bergdahl admits he left on his own volition with a plan to return. It would create a crisis, he says, to draw attention to problems with his leadership.
I was fully confident that when somebody actually took a look at the situation and when people started investigating the situation, that people would understand that I was right. What was going on was a danger to the lives of the men in that company.
Bergdahl also says he wanted to show he was a super soldier, like Jason Bourne.
All those guys out there who go to the movies and watch those movies, they all want to be that, but I wanted to prove that I was that.
It was a decision he would relive during his next 5 years in Taliban captivity. Bergdahl, a 23-year-old private first class at the time, wrapped his head in a scarf and walked away. Bergdahl's former platoon mates scoff at his story, pointing out that the platoon was supposed to return to a larger base later that day, where Bergdahl could have voiced any concerns. Bergdahl says, as a private first class, he would not have been taken seriously. But his platoon mates believe he put his fellow troops in danger, with 6 of them killed in various missions afterward.
I don't really know if there's anyone who can prove that soldiers died on a directed mission to find Bergdahl. However, every mission, especially in the following two or more months, those were directed missions. Everything after that, they were still missions that were in search of Bergdahl.
Bergdahl tells Serial after he left his post, he looked for someone planting IEDs whom he could track, but instead he got lost. And in the morning, he was spotted by a group of insurgents.
They pulled up and that was it.
But they said you fought like crazy.
No, I didn't. I'm not stupid enough to try and fight off. I was ahead with a knife. I'm not stupid enough to try and knife off a bunch of guys with AK-47s.
And then, for 5 years, the horror of a tiny blackened dirt room.
Just on the other side of that flimsy little wooden door that you could probably easily rip off the hinges is the entire world out there. Everything is beyond that door. I hate doors now.